Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is FAIZATUL. My matrix number is CE200191 and my friend Farah Najidah, her matrix number is CE200125. So we will explain about the simulation for Mjel LAB1. So I'm going to talk about the components and connections for our design by using Proteus. So as you can see here, I use 12 volt of power supply, and then we use 4 resistor, which is R1, R2, R3 and R4. So for R1, the value is 1K, R2 is 5K, R3 is 5K, and R4 is also 1K. So we use 2 LED, which is D1 and D2. Also 2 capacitor, where the value for both capacitor is 220 microfarad, and 2 transistor, which is Q1 and Q2. So we use the oscilloscope to obtain the result. So this is the connections that we use to design the circuit, and then my friend Farah will talk about the result and explain about it later.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Farah bin NOORIZAN. My matrix number is BEJ30701. So I will continue to explain about the output and result. So when we're doing this type of circuit of multivibrator, both of the LED must blinking. So then we click the start or to run the simulations. Then as the result here, we can see that both of the LED is blinking. So that means all the connections and is correct. However, the value of both of capacitor must be higher, or other than that, only one LED only will be blink. Besides that, we also can see the waveforms from by using oscilloscope. So this is the result of waveform that we get. So basically we can adjust this button to get a clear and nice waveform.
And last but not least is a discussion. So for the discussion, to begin, we will use Proteus software to design the circuit. We went to Proteus software's homepage and click the new project button, continue pressing next until finish displays. In the design page, there are a lot of tools. Consider the following: there's a middle bar, a command bar, an orientation bar, a mode selector, and a simulation toolbar, among other things. So we need to specify all of the components from the device library that will be used in the schematic page before we create and simulate the circuit. Transistors, resistors, capacitors, LEDs, cables, and a ground connector are all present. So we must provide the values and names of the circuit components according to the lab sheet provided in order to connect all of the wires in the circuits. So we ran the simulation after connecting all of the wire in this circuit, and 2 LEDs were blinking. In addition, we examined the output waveform with a digital oscilloscope from virtual instrument. We run it again, and then result waveform is visible. There are 4 channels on a digital oscilloscope, which is 2. We run it again, and we only utilize 2 of them for this circuit. So to achieve a smooth output, we alter the locations of channel A and channel B. Then we move the cursor over the output waveform to examine the values. So last but not least, we may view the output waveform by adding a voltage probe to the circuit, which allows us to track the values of the voltage flowing through it. So for the conclusion, we can understand the basics of Proteus software programs, such as how to run the programs, create new projects, and set up new projects. We are also able to use the Proteus software to design a circuit and learn some of Proteus basic functions. The component and component type could be also found in the device library. So finally, we understand how to simulate the circuit and run simulation using a digital oscilloscope to view the result, which is the waveform as an output. So that's all from our group.